All right, a lot has been going on in the community, and these two in particular, Kale versus Skoob, the ABC crew live reacts, and we'll give honest opinions. Let's get straight to it.
Well, somebody that's up 2-0, nigga, you geeking to play me, huh?
Hey,
he lost the Nesco.
Like
he lost the Scar.
I get that.
It's so real. Like, all right, yeah, everybody's got.
They disrespected me by not going to my shit after telling me you was going to my shit, and I'm doing all this work behind the scenes trying to make this shit work, and y'all just cancel because you don't like me, and you try to play with my brand, bro. So I feel disrespected. You feel me? Y'all gave me y'all word, y'all ain't come, so I want to play you now.
Just tired of all this. I only want to play on here, or only want to play on this platform, and he doesn't have a rank, so I'm not playing. Like, bruh, check up. I just feel like it's a lot of people that's hiding behind that camera. All this, well, you see who I played, and I'm a YouTuber. Man, look, I'm sick of that shit. I'm speaking for me too. Like, I'm sick of that shit. Check.
Bro, this guy Skoob is a clown, bro. Like, he making that post talking about if you get called out, you should be playing the game, especially if they're willing to bet some money. No matter what the rank is, no matter what it is, if somebody calls you out and they're willing to bet, you should play the game. So why didn't he play the game when I called him out? I got my profile picture as Scooby-Doo with a fucking target on it. Like, what more of a call out did you want? Because you declined my game and you told Scotty, you was like, I'm not playing him unless I get $50,000. What is it? Like, I'm confused. Now you want to play me? You ain't want to play me. You ducked it. Now you want to play? You lame ass dude, bro.
Man, if it don't apply, let it fly. Why are you tagging me? Like, I said what I said. Check up or shut up. Put the bread up. Put the cheese up. Or shut up. You ain't have to respond. If it don't apply, let it fly.
All right, so the story here.
Yeah, everybody's
bread up, put the cheese up, let it fly.
Pause?
Yeah, so the story here says, bruh, STFU just chatting, nobody pressed to play you, check up or shut up. And then we go into the next story here. It shows the DM messages between Kel and Skoob. Kel goes, you're pressed, you obsessed, sorry ass. I told you I wanted to play. Skoob says when and where. Kel says pay-per-view 3. Scared to put his own cheese up. Go ahead and call Scotty, is what Uncle Skoob says. Fellas, let's convene.
Can I just do something here? This is what Skoob did. And you fell for it, Kel. And you fell for the bait, buddy. Listen, I'm going to say this. Uncle Skoob is very, very calculated with all of this stuff. And he was like, you know what, bro? This is what I feel like doing today. I feel like promoting. This is how I feel about the situation. I feel like promoting a one-on-one tour. So I'm going to call out everybody in the community. Everybody in the community. And then he put specific names in that post. Smooth Joe, Kel, Cam, Tay, Moon, and then everybody, any other random hooper that wants to play for money. Now, fellas, we talked on this a little bit. That is a ranking in order of who he hates the most. Not hates the most, but would like to play the most, in my opinion. Smooth Joe's number 1 because he ducked them last year on July 4th. Kel is number 2 because for obvious reasons. And then you got Cam because they probably talked about it at some point. Tay, Moon, whatever. But, Kel, you fell for the bait, buddy. Millie, take off. Just go ahead, Millie.
Does he dislike Joe more than? I guess that's not relevant.
Oh, yes, he does.
But no just question. To add some context, some people don't know. This was a highly wanted pay-per-view 2 game.
Yes.
Right? And Skoob at the time felt like Kel hadn't done enough back from injury. Like Skoob felt like Kel didn't deserve that game at the time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So now with this story, or with the post he made, he was kind of like, this is for me too. He took accountability. He was like, this is for me too, because in a way, he kind of did the same thing that he was ranting about in the post. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, you're not on my level right now. I don't want to play you. So he went and asked for an unreasonable number for the pay-per-view. So it wasn't going to happen because he didn't really want it to happen. And if you accept the offer, boom, then I'll play at that point.
Yeah.
But that was just a little bit of backstory. But so I'm going to let you go before we continue.
Just to add to the backstory too, there was also an IG live about I think the day before yesterday, and basically the whole thing was Skoob was saying Kale talking about TNC03 yada yada yada. He was telling him to put his own cheese up, and I think his reasoning behind that was you get to see what kind of man you are when you got to put your own money up, go play out there, and go win the game instead of having someone else put the money up for you. That was what he was insinuating in that soliloquy that he went on IG live about. But my thing, like my early thoughts in the situation was both these two dudes got to play eventually. Do I think it'll happen anytime soon? No. When will it happen? I don't know, but I do know this though. Skoob is really good at captivating the audience and bringing people in, like BLS was saying. Kel fell for the bait, but even more importantly, Skoob is literally now like, oh, I got you. Now I'm gonna keep you here, and people are now waiting to see what Skoob does next. He's really good at it, man. He's really methodical.
It's unfortunate, bro, because I want to see that game so bad on pay-per-view too, but we're so deep into it, like I don't even think it can happen at this point, unfortunately. But it sucks because I wish Skoob would have just taken the offer or whatever the case was, worked it out at the beginning. But I understand. Listen, I'm not one of those guys. Mindsets change. Opinions change. So I'm not holding Skoob accountable for like, you're allowed to change your mind and feel differently at a point in time, which I feel like he does now. Now he wants to play Kel, whereas before he was like, you got to do more. But I just wish the game, oh my God, that game on pay-per-view too would have been incredible for the card, but it's like too late now for that one.
So I want to ask you a question. What have we been saying for as a crew for the last month? Accountability.
Also, 25 and beyond. Everybody will and shall be held accountable.
So, Skoob, this is for you, brother. You my dog, right? How does your price point drop from 50K, which is probably just over exaggeration? You probably would have done it for a little bit less, you know what I'm saying? But to 1,500 or better. That is my question. Now I know you said 1,500 better, and that pertains to Andy Hooper, but you and Kel are worth way more than 1,500. The game itself. So one, I don't expect Kel to put up 1,500 anyway, especially with the league that has the cachet now to put up 10K for the winner. You know what I'm saying? So if, first of all, in terms of PR and business moves, I don't even think it's smart for y'all to even go that route because it's not going to get promoted in a professional way in terms of reaching the masses. It's going to reach the YouTube scene. It's going to reach everybody that watches YouTube basketball. But in terms of being promoted and reaching the masses, you know where to go. And I don't understand where this 1,500 or better comes from, even with Tay, Moon, Kel, like those three. It's not going to happen. You know it ain't going to happen. Like, it's just not. So
yeah, they're almost too big of games.
Yeah.
To you know what I mean? Go ahead, so.
I was just saying, Kel and Skoob specifically, that's something I would pay to watch, me personally.
Yeah.
So, like, I think they would do themselves a disservice to do it where winner gets a video. I'm like, nah, I think people should pay to watch that. And that's just because that's how much respected both you guys are in the community, if I'm being blatantly honest.
Yeah.
And for Kel, it's tough too, because now he's in a situation where he's like, damn, I'm fake way promoting this Skoob game, but I also have Burke on the line. I got someone like a Malik on the line. Like, that's a possibility. I just play Pat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a lot of things that he's like, damn, what am I promoting here? So Skoob is very smart. Go ahead, Mills.
Nah, he definitely reeled him in, though. It's like he just woke up and was like, let me stir the pot a little bit. You know
why did y'all feel like Kel felt the need to respond? Because it's not like Skoob mentioned his name in that one-on-one post. He put his name in the comment section. But if y'all in Kel's position, do y'all respond, being that y'all know y'all have a good chance of being voted in pay-per-view too? Like, if you're in Kel's shoes, do you respond to that the way Kel did?
Knowing Kel, yeah. because all Kel did was kind of like point out the hypocrisy, to be fair, if I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I think that's one thing he wanted to point out. And I don't know that Skoob even cares about the hypocrisy, because he even said, well, he did say it in the beginning of his video. He was just like, I'm talking to me too. So it's fair game at that point once you kind of like acknowledge what happened, I guess.
Oh my God.
I also want to say before sorry, so
No, you did good.
like with the Skoob and Kel thing, I know Skoob as well as I know Kel. Like I don't know, I know both guys, but I don't know them really well. And there is no, it's not like when you come onto the TNC platform, I know for the ABC crew, we treat everyone as equals. I swear there is no difference between players for us. Like so I don't want it to be like Scoob's coming to play in a away game, or I know there's different groups and everything, but it's like, Skoob, we want you to come play too. It's not this thing. I feel like it's been made this divisive thing. Like, no, I would love to see Skoob play Kel.
Yeah.
And I'm not rooting for either guy more than the other.
Yeah.
And I just think that's important to say, because it has been made so divisive. It's like we treat all the players the same.
Yeah,
absolutely. And even when they came to play in TNC 1, like they all stayed within their group, which was cool. Like that's fire. Like I said, like Millie said, man, I don't have no favorites when it comes to like people playing on the platform, bro. You know what I'm saying? You do something dope, we all gonna respond. You do something clean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's natural. We're never gonna sit there. Besides one matchup. There is one matchup where there was a little biasy, and it was for good reason. We're talking about BDOS.
Oh, that
hey, listen. I can't even knock that. That's like Discord member. Like, I'm sitting there saying, bro, like, you got to be biased on this one. You got to be. Yeah. That's like having your little Lily, like your little brother go out there and play, and you sit there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's if I had to give a timestamp, or if you had to get a timestamp on this matchup, when you think it would happen? My prediction is like around October, November.
Yeah, I think it has no choice but to happen this year. No choice, because all the chips are there. All it makes sense, and I think it could headline a pay-per-view card, which is why the 1,500 or better is straight up no. I don't know. That is a way to reel somebody in. I understand the PR move,
right?
To kind of like, 1,500 or better. I ain't coming outside unless it's that. But for y'all two, no. Yeah. And you know that, Skoob. It's not happening, bro. Y'all work way more than that.
Yeah,
I give it October.
October,
pay-per-view 3.
I hope it happens before that. I hope it does. I hope it happens maybe. So we have pay-per-view 2, June 6th. We have Dallas, we
have Vegas.
Yeah, it probably won't be till like about October if it happens. And by then, does it wear down? That's my issue with these things. That's why I just wish it could be on the card, because it's like you got to capitalize on these moments. But I do understand, like, there's a process for business, and there's already been commitments made and things like that. It's just, again, it's just unfortunate that Skoob, like, said that back then, because the game would just be happening. I
do want to say this. I think, Millie, this is one of those situations where this gonna last until it happens.
I agree with you, B. They will always dislike each other. Let me say that. Yeah. They will always dislike, and it is a dislike. Yeah. There is beefs within YouTube that's like basketball competitiveness. These guys actually dislike each other, but it's like right now it's just hot again. So I guess they'll have to bark a little bit before the next time they play, because that does add to me wanting to see the game. Just being honest, like, it does add to it.
Yeah.
So with Kel, you beat someone twice, though. I do see where Skoob is coming from. When he first said, he's like, why you want to play me so bad? But then you hear both sides of the stories about the event that Kel put on that they didn't show up to, yada yada. And then I've actually heard both sides of the story in person from like Nas and Skoob, from Kel and them. So it's like, damn, bro, like, it's hard to really sit there and be like, sometimes you got to just step all the way back and just watch that shit happen.
Yeah.
And I think it will happen though. But when it does, I'll pay out of my own pocket.
What I'm saying. Everybody that's locked into the community is going to pay for this matchup. Nobody needs to be coming out of their own pocket for this matchup. Nobody. Not a player. Not a player. No.
What do y'all think it was that changed Skoob's mind?
It's a great question. Honestly, this is me being honest. I think there was some sense of content maturity that happened in terms of like you realizing you've been in the business for a while. You're like, wait a minute. It's beyond all this other shit. Like we could just put stuff aside, let bygones be bygones, and we can make this stuff happen. You know, we don't got to be so like, nah, like we can't give him no attention. We can't X, Y, and Z, like all this stuff. And be like, nah, like why not just go play? You know what I mean? Like he's probably thinking like, nah, actually I need my get back. That's probably, I mean, that's what I think he was probably thinking.
Yeah.
I was just assuming.
Yeah. It's
go ahead, Billy.
No, you go.
I ain't gonna lie. There's some big paydays going around here. There's some big paydays going around here. And let me tell you something, bro. Skoob and Nas are two of the most calculated players within the scene in terms of negotiations and how they go about promotion. I just think it's one of those. I think it's a tactic. I think it's a pure tactic to potentially get a payday down the line while building the momentum of the 1v1 tour. That's what I think it is. I'm gonna play the 1500. The 1500 or better is for you random hoopers. Like when they pull up to Milwaukee on the 31st, 1500 or better, or don't bet me. But the little Kel, Moon, Cam, Tay,
that doesn't apply for them.
Oh, we going 10K y'all with a pot, but I don't think I should be putting y'all money up for that. I feel like
there's no risk. There's no risk either. It's like it's just I feel like a way better decision financially. Like because what's handled on the basketball court, all the pride and legacy stuff, like that remains. That doesn't change. But why not button up the business so that you make sure it's the best situation for you? Mm-hmm. You negotiate your situation financially. You know what I'm saying? And you get more value out of that. And I just think don't let a dislike or divisive nature for someone or an entity get in the way of you, you know, I don't know, making a better life. I don't know what it is, but making some more money, I guess.
Yes, do not let your ego and pride get in the way of a potential payday. Come on now. Go ahead, sir. My bad.
So we've all watched, I hope we've watched The Last Dance on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay. There was one story in there particular. And this is where I think Skoob and him are coming from. On the plane, MJ used to gamble a lot. And he would say, it didn't matter the amount. He was like, I just want your money in my pocket.
And I get that.
There is something about that, like where I have your money in my pocket. Like I should have bet B. Ellis $1 that Nuggets was gonna lose. I would have had his money in my pocket. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like it hits different.
No, I totally get it. Cause like I want to take from you. Like I want to take something from you. Like yes. I get that. I totally get that. But when it's this kind of like, I don't know.
Man, listen, bro. I completely understand what Seller's saying. But at the end of the day, it's $10,000 for Latin and Cam. If Latin beats Cam or if Cam beats Latin, Cam could say, I took 10K from you. He could say, I took 10. If Eli beat Moon, Eli could say, I took 10K from you, Moon. And it's on this platform where you know your following and your reach is going to get,
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Especially with Kyrie with Kyrie at this one, it's like, fellas, like, can we put the differences aside for like
30 minutes?
There was so much opportunity on this one, and it sucks because with pay-per-view 1, it was great, you know. And like, if I'm Skoob and Nas both won, and then it's like, now you're not coming back for pay-per-view 2. I feel like if they continue to build each pay-per-view, it would just only help them. Like,
yeah. I wonder what other opportunities Skoob is looking to get right now outside of the 1v1 tour. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could pick his brain to see what other opportunities is out there for him, because this is the main attraction. And even if it's not on pay-per-view 2, pay-per-view 3, we don't know what's going to happen after pay-per-view 2. We don't. Like, it could go so successful that we don't know what other NBA player or entity is going to want to get involved after this, you know, and those guys could be potentially be a part of that, but you got to put your pride aside in order to get the negotiations going so y'all could get the pay that y'all deserve and to get the rivalry settled, you know. So
because that's a rivalry. Golly, that's a rivalry.
All right, current current Skoob.
Wow,
they're both at their best right now. I'll say that. I will say that they're both at their best right now.
Yeah, Mills.
I just want to see the game, bro.
All
Why?
I'm gonna say is this. I know all y'all have heard this before. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times.
What about 4?
You don't play the 4th.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying.
Well,
I was saying BLs because he just lost in 4 games.
I didn't lose in 4 games. I lost in 7.
I'm saying I said you lost 4 games, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
I didn't lose 4 in a row though.
It wasn't 4-0.
Yeah, it wasn't 4-0. It was 4-3. But it's hard to beat somebody 3 times, man.
It is.
So, man, I don't know.
Well, let us know in the comments below what you guys think. This whole situation is very interesting. It's definitely started at the 1v1 community. But now let's address the elephant in the room.